All right, Mark Runsky here with a little tutorial video on how to make sure that your grade calculation options are set up correctly if you're using a weighted grade book. I'd like to thank Kelly Anderson for letting me use her grade book here for this tutorial. And we're once again working in the settings portion of your grade book. If this isn't showing up on your screen, it means your grade book probably looks a little like this. Just click on the arrows here next to settings and the settings bar slides open. We're going to be over here in grade calc options today. And this is a little tricky. I think some of the other things we're going to show you here in these videos is kind of self-explanatory. This one maybe won't be as much, so please be sure to listen carefully. Hit pause as you're going through it so you can do it in your grade book and then come back and hit play again when you're ready to move on. This once again is for a weighted grade book, not total points. Now, as we look through Kelly's grade book here, what we see is that she has in-progress grades, okay, set up for all of her different categories going through here. So first quarter in progress, first quarter progress grade in progress, quarter two quarter grade is in progress, etc., all the way down. You want that in progress grade showing in all of these boxes. Okay. The second thing that you need in all these boxes is you need to have the appropriate grading scale chosen. All right. She's using the high school accelerated scale for this class. Many of you guys will be probably using the default scale, but whichever scale you're using, make sure that you pick that, and you have to use from the pull down menu for each of these different categories. And you can see how she has that set up continuously. Now, because she's using a weighted grade book, she also is checking the box for weight categories. Now, this is where if you're using total points, you don't want to check this, but because it's a weighted grade book, you need to check that box in every one of these categories all the way through. All right. Now, the only other thing that you really have to make sure that you do here is you need to find your quarter two semester grade. Now, next to the quarter two semester grade, you're going to put a check in that box, just like you see here. This is the only box that should be checked for any of the quarter one and quarter two options. When that shows up, you're going to get a box down here, the box that I'm circling right now on the screen, that is basically you're setting the rules here for how your semester grade is going to be calculated. Now you can see that Kelly has already chosen the quarter one, quarter two, and quarter two semester exam. Now we could add more categories here just by clicking the add button, okay, as you see that I'm doing on the screen here. When new categories show up, we just use the pull down menu and we can pull up and down to whichever one we want to use. Now we don't want to screw up Kelly's gradebook here, so I'm going to click delete on those so they're gone. But you can see that she has quarter one worth 42% of the semester grades. Same thing with quarter two, and the semester exam is 16%. That equals her 100%. Infinite Campus will do all that calculations for her. Now, down below this, you still see a quarter two progress grade and a quarter two semester exam box. That may not seem intuitive, just leave them the way they are, just as you see here on the screen. Now, if you're teaching a year-long course, you're going to see the same thing repeated for quarter three and then quarter four. And repeat that process for the second semester, making sure the exact same things are checked, with the quarter four semester grade box now being checked like you see here. And then the columns set up just like Kelly had for the first semester with 42, 42, and 16. Once again, you get those two boxes, or the two categories here underneath, the quarter four progress grade and quarter four semester grade. Just leave them as is. And if your grade calculation boxes look similar to this and you're using a weighted grade book, you should be all set to have accurate grades every time they're printed. If you have any questions at all, please be sure to ask myself or David Hall. Thanks for watching.